So the Canon M50 Mark II just came out, and I'm wondering, is it worth upgrading from my Mark I? I don't know, let's find out. Stay right there, you're gonna wanna see this. Hi, I'm Mike Turner, your friendly filmmaker, and I'm out here in the park taking a walk, trying to get my exercise on. And I noticed that the Canon M50 Mark II just came out. And I was like, wow, cool. You know what I mean? Because I own the M50, as you guys probably know if you watch my channel. I've done a few videos on it, and I've shot a lot of videos with it. And it's a really, really good camera. And I was very curious to see, what did they do? What innovations did they add to this new version of the M50? And honestly, not a damn thing. What they did do is they added like a little writing in the back, a little mark that says Mark II. So they added that in white. But other than that, it's pretty much the same damn camera. I really feel they could have just given us all those features in a firmware update for the M50 Mark I instead of creating a whole new camera, but I don't have as much money as Canon, so I guess they know what they're doing, maybe. I don't know. All right, so let's talk about some of the things on the camera that pretty much remain the same, whether you're getting the Mark I or the Mark II version. I mean, it's pretty much the same as that camera body. So you're getting the same 3-inch vari-angle screen, which works great. You know, it's a touch screen. You still have the 2.36 million dot EVF on there that works really good. You still have 120 frames per second shooting, but only in 720. And if you're in 1080, you can go up to 60 frames per second. You still have 4K at 24 frames per second, but in 4K mode, it looks like you still cannot do the dual pixel autofocus, so you have really crappy autofocus for video. So all that stuff is pretty much the same. Nothing's really changed there. So let's talk about some of the things that have changed that, you know, are somewhat cool, I guess. You figure now they have improved the autofocus. So the eye detection autofocus for pictures is a little bit better. And also they've added this eye detection autofocus to your video. So now you have that in your 1080 mode when you're doing your dual pixel autofocus. You also have eye detection focus working for you as well. And you know, that's a good thing. So that's gonna keep you in focus much better. Also, talking about focus, when you're using the EVF and you have it up to your face, you can drag on the back screen to focus on whatever you want to focus on. So it's up to your face, and now you can still touch the screen, stick your finger up in between your face and the camera, and focus on whatever you want to focus on. That's a cool little feature that I've had in other cameras, and I do find that to be somewhat beneficial. So that's kind of cool. The other thing that you could do with it is you can shoot vertically now, and you can post directly to, well, not post directly to, but you can shoot vertically, and you could use that to post to something like Instagram stories or Facebook stories, and that's something that's not in the Mark I version. Now, the only problem with that I see is, so you can shoot vertically, but then when you flip the camera vertical, like this or whatever, the words on the camera don't also move. And I just find that to be kind of weird. So it's not like a cell phone. Like a cell phone, when you're in your landscape horizontal mode, and then you flip your phone to vertical mode, all the words and everything on your screen also flips. But the M50 doesn't do that. At least from the videos that I saw from Canon, it doesn't seem to do that, which kind of doesn't make sense to me. But whatever, you know, that could be something that they might add in a firmware update or whatever, who knows. So just going further with some of the additional features that it has now, probably one of the biggest things is that you can live stream directly from the M50 to YouTube. So that's pretty cool. But you got to keep in mind though, you know, here I am, I'm a YouTuber, and you know, I definitely have over 1,000 subscribers, so I can live stream. But I think you need at least 1,000 subscribers to live stream, but I'm not positive on that, but check that, Because don't get the camera thinking, oh yeah, now I can live stream to YouTube, and not realizing that YouTube has its own restrictions. So that may not work. So you might want to just verify that you can actually do that if that's why you're buying the camera. And there's also a few other changes as well that I forgot. What are we up to? We're up to number 5. Let's see. Oh yeah. So the other 2 features that I could not remember because they're not really that big of a deal. They've added a record button directly to the flip out screen. So instead of having to hit record on the physical camera, you can also just click record on the flip out screen, which, you know, sometimes those little features seem like, oh, it's not a big deal until you use it and then you're like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. So who knows? So that's been added as well. And the last feature is, and again, I have to look at my notes because they're just not exciting features. So it's hard for me to remember. The other feature is there's a countdown timer that has been added for video. And if any of you do photography out there, you know that most of these cameras nowadays have countdown timers for your pictures. And it's really good if you're setting up your camera on a tripod and you're gonna go run in front of the camera and get in the picture. So you can set it for 10 seconds and then jump in front. For video, I guess there's a use for it. I just don't see the point because most time I create a video, I'm editing the video anyway. So if I hit record on the camera and then there's that 10 or 20 seconds before I actually get in front of the camera, I'm just editing that out anyway. So it's not really a big deal to me. But, you know, maybe for some people with the way that they edit things, it might be a time saver of sorts. I don't know. But that's about it, man. I think those are about all the features that are coming with the new Canon M50. There's your 6. I guess you have to make the decision to decide whether it's worth upgrading. I'm gonna say my opinion is I wouldn't upgrade. I don't think it's worth it for the features that you're getting. None of them are really that big of a deal to me personally, but yeah. Anyway, if you found that helpful, go ahead and like the video, and anything that I talk about in these videos is always down below in the description. You could go ahead and click on that and purchase if you so choose. I will get a small commission. I thank you. Also, if you like the background music that is playing right now in the video, that is from soundstripe.com. I use Soundstripe pretty much for the majority of these YouTube videos and all of my wedding videos, and it just has some excellent music. If you use my link, you will get a discount on those services, so go ahead and check that out. And now I'm going to take a quick break to ask you to please consider donating some money. Now, I know a lot of people say, you know, you could donate $2 to buy me a cup of coffee. Yes, you can do that. Or you could donate more to buy me a pair of shoes, put clothes on my back. Whatever your pleasure is, I don't mind. And down below are 2 links to 2 very short little stories that I wrote many moons ago. They are ebooks. And if you're into drama and suspense, go ahead and check them out. As always, I'm Mike Turner. Thanks for watching, and I guess I will see you soon.